Welcome back to another video, everyone. It's Anthony TDG, or Anthony the Dubstep Gamer, and yeah, I am here with a Navia kit analysis since the leaks came out about her, and I'm going to discuss it. So yeah, let's just hope I don't get taken down like the first time. But yeah, I'm going to give a brief summary of her kit. So, Navia is an attack scaling Geo Claymore character that can function as a sub DPS, but also has properties of an on-fielder. Her elemental skill, she grabs her umbrella and turns it into a gun, kind of, and shoot for up to 550% damage multiplier at level 10 at base, which is pretty good. Which of course means that the elemental skill is going to be most of the damage in her kit. It does have stacks where if you get about 3 of them, you can actually double the damage. Now, as to how to actually get these stacks, you can generate them if any party member picks up a Crystalize shield, or if Navia does her elemental burst, and the stacks will gain periodically. For every stack after 3 stacks, you get a 15% damage bonus on the skill for up to 45%, so about 3 more stacks. Her skill also has this special property that it deals the bulk of its damage on one target, but then if you hit the skill on multiple targets, it splits the damage in between. So instead of getting a high number, like 1000% damage on one enemy, it'd be split between the different enemies. Another thing about Navia's skill is that it does have a hold mode where she will aim the umbrella and actually pick up nearby crystal shields, so you don't have to go running around and picking them up, and it seems like this could trigger Archaic Petra. On to Navia's elemental burst, it deals an initial hit of damage, and then it will summon airstrikes that do continuous damage for 12 seconds, 1 hit per second. It will also generate a stack for her on continuous hits every 2.4 seconds, with 4 stacks in total. The really great part of this is that the continuous hit actually auto-targets the enemy, so the airstrikes don't just hit random spots on the ground. And to further help her for the Crystalize, if Navia is in a team with other element characters up to 2 other teammates, she can get a 20% attack bonus for each character, so up to 40% for 2 different elemental teammates. But let's get to the other part of her kit. When she uses her skill, she will get a Geo Infusion on attacks for 4 seconds and a 40% damage bonus on those attacks. So this is where the on-field part of her kit comes in, and it's not the greatest part of her kit because her skill and burst do the majority of the damage anyway, so this is to fill some seconds and gaps in rotations, and I'm sure they put this as a way to get crystallized shields a lot easier since she will most likely be the only Geo character in most teams. Now that I've basically explained all the parts of her kit, we're gonna go over her build and teams. As for artifact sets, you got 2 options. You got the Archaic Petra, which will give you a damage percent bonus on the element crystallized shard you receive, so if you received a pyro crystallized shard, you'll get a pyro damage bonus. Or the other option is the new artifact set coming in the same update, which will give attack percent and a geo damage bonus when you get a crystallized shard. Which obviously this artifact set seems very tailored to Navia, so you'd want to save your resin and farm that when it comes out. As for the artifact stat, she's pretty simple on that. You want to go with attack, geo damage, and crit. Pretty straightforward. You just want the attack percent to get as much damage on Navia as possible, some geo damage, and crit rate or crit damage, whatever you need to balance your ratio. As for Navia's teams, you do not really want to put her in mono geo as she doesn't really benefit from having multiple geo characters in her party. The worst part about it, Goru does not actually benefit her that much at all because she does not want to fetch, she skills off attack, and Goru does not provide that. So if you wanted a C6 Goru to buff Navia or something like that, you get to eat shit. But yeah, her best teams, it seems like it's going to be mostly comprised of Bennett, Xiangling, and Zhongli for the best damage output, but you could slot her into different teams where you can get like a lot of Crystallize and stuff, but that's what seems like is the best damage-wise. Now you could replace some characters in there and still try to find a way to slot in Goru or Albedo, but for the most part, it doesn't seem like she'll be wanting to be placed in that many teams. So yeah, she seems like she's gonna be okay. She doesn't really revitalize the crystallized element as much as people might expect it to, but for an elemental reaction that was so bad in the first place, having this in her kit is still pretty nice. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video. If you guys like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, as I very much so appreciate it. Feel free to check out my other social medias and my merch shop in the links in the description. And as always, take care and have a great day.